This is a post-closing inspection. The owner had contacted me and wanted me to inspect their house after they purchased the house. They just had a few issues with the builder. They wanted to get them resolved. Here we have a auxiliary pan drain that's ran flat. This will need to be graded at 1/8 inch per foot. Here we have just hanging gas pipe in front of the air handler. The manufacturer, this air handler manufacturer, requires that this space in front of the air handler be open for 24 inches so that you can service the interior components. Here we have the gas pipe is actually being used as a brace for the condensate drain, which, by the way, this is about 6-7 feet long. Yep, there's a full piece of plywood, so it's at least 7 feet long. This is bracing the condensate drain. This sediment trap, which is this little cap, is not installed properly. It needs to be installed vertically. Otherwise, how is it going to collect any sediment if it's not installed vertically? This is a Category 1 appliance, and in the state of South Carolina, all venting material must be double wall, which it is, except for right here. This is single wall material. Okay, this isn't allowed. This will get to be about 250 degrees Fahrenheit when I run the furnace. This gets to be about maybe 90, so we can't have it. Okay, here we have some insulation that's been damaged. It's creating condensation. This is the insulation for the air conditioning condenser. This is the suction side. The seals have not been properly installed, so cold air is coming out, creating condensation, going to the pan. Over here, we have a truss. It's probably going to be easier to see back here. I'm going to zoom in. Part of this truss is missing. There you go. You can see a little section's missing. Something's happened to this truss. It's been repaired in the field. There is nothing, no paperwork anywhere referencing a repair that's been made. So we're going to have to get a structural engineer to look at that and come up with a repair method. This was an in-field repair, which means no one with any authority has looked at it. All right, we got 14 inches of insulation. That's a 5.5 inch tall truss. Why am I able to see the top of the truss right there? There's been foot traffic in here. Someone's compressed it. So it's all over the attic space. So this will have to be brought up to 14.5 inches. This is a gas detector. I noticed the odor of gas when I was inspecting the furnace. So I went and got my gas detector and I let it calibrate downstairs. And you can see right now we're at just 1 bar. And I always check all of these fittings, and I seem to find a pretty good leak right over here. Okay, so we have a gas leak. You know, even though this is an attic space and we do have air that washes from the soffit vent up to the ridge vent, when there's no air movement like today, this gas can settle and come down. This is an open burner Category 1 furnace, meaning if I was to take this panel off, and you see all these little openings right here, it's getting oxygen, it's getting its combustible materials from this room. So, key word, it's getting its combustible materials from this room, which means the combustible air could also be mixing with gas. This is a huge problem. This is going to have to get fixed. This is a material defect.